The Roman Empire remains one of the most remarkable and impactful civilizations in human history. At its height, it stretched from the British Isles in the west to the edges of the Middle East in the east, controlling vast lands, diverse cultures, and a population that stood in awe of its grandeur. The empire's political innovations, military prowess, and cultural influence left an indelible mark on the world, so much so that even today, the echoes of Rome's greatness can be felt. However, what makes the Roman Empire even more fascinating is not just its rise to power but also its eventual collapse. The rise and fall of the Roman Empire is a story of ambition, glory, decline, and legacy. The rise of Rome. From republic to empire. Rome's ascent from a small city-state on the banks of the Tiber River to a sprawling empire was neither quick nor easy. Founded, according to legend, in 753 BC by Romulus, Rome was initially ruled by kings. However, by 509 BC, the Roman Republic was established, a system of government where elected officials, particularly the Senate, played a critical role in decision-making. The Republic saw Rome begin its expansion through both diplomacy and military conquest. With a highly disciplined army and a political system designed to incorporate conquered peoples through citizenship or alliances, Rome expanded across the Italian peninsula. The Punic Wars, 264 to 146 BC, against Carthage marked a turning point in Rome's rise to imperial power. By defeating Carthage, Rome became the dominant force in the western Mediterranean, securing its place as a burgeoning empire. The transition to empire. While the Roman Republic was initially successful, it was also plagued by internal conflicts, class struggles, and power struggles between military leaders. The rise of Julius Caesar marked a decisive moment. A brilliant general, Caesar expanded Rome's territories through campaigns in Gaul and Britain, and his crossing of the Rubicon in 49 BC signaled the end of the Roman Republic. After his assassination in 44 BC, Rome was plunged into civil war. Ultimately, it was Caesar's adopted heir, Octavian, later known as Augustus, who emerged victorious. In 27 BC, Augustus became the first emperor of Rome, marking the beginning of the Roman Empire. Augustus' reign initiated the Pax Romana, a period of relative peace and prosperity that lasted for over 2 centuries. Under the empire, Rome reached the peak of its power, with emperors like Trajan, Hadrian, and Marcus Aurelius expanding its borders to their maximum extent and solidifying its influence. The power and grandeur of the Roman Empire at its zenith, the Roman Empire was a marvel of organization and engineering. The Romans were master builders, and their contributions to architecture and infrastructure are still revered today. The construction of roads, aqueducts, and monumental buildings like the Colosseum and the Pantheon became symbols of Roman ingenuity and power. Roman law, too, became a cornerstone of Western legal systems, with principles of justice and governance that would influence generations to come. Culturally, Rome absorbed the best of the civilizations it conquered, particularly the Greeks. Roman art, literature, and philosophy were heavily influenced by Greek culture, and this synthesis of ideas allowed Roman culture to flourish. Latin, the language of Rome, became the foundation for many modern languages, while Roman religion, based on a pantheon of gods and goddesses, shaped spiritual practices across the empire. The seeds of decline, economic, military, and social strain. Despite its grandeur, the Roman Empire was not immune to problems. By the 3rd century AD, cracks began to appear. One major issue was the sheer size of the empire. Managing such a vast territory became increasingly difficult, especially as it faced pressure from external enemies and internal dissent. Economically, the empire suffered from over-reliance on slave labor, which stunted innovation in agriculture and industry. Furthermore, the empire's wealth was concentrated in the hands of a few, leading to sharp social divisions. The Roman economy was also burdened by military expenses. The need to defend its borders from barbarian invasions, Goths, Vandals, and Huns, placed immense strain on the treasury. The constant warfare disrupted trade and agriculture, leading to inflation and economic instability. The Roman military, once the backbone of the empire's power, began to deteriorate. Corruption within the ranks and the increasing reliance on foreign mercenaries, often from the very tribes they were supposed to defend against, weakened the once feared Roman legions. These mercenaries lacked loyalty to Rome and were more interested in personal gain than in defending the empire. Political corruption and the division of the empire political instability further exacerbated Rome's decline. The empire witnessed a series of weak and ineffective emperors, often placed into power by the military or through political intrigue. From the 3rd century onwards, Rome experienced the so-called crisis of the 3rd century, a period of civil wars, foreign invasions, and economic depression. In an attempt to manage the unwieldy empire, Emperor Diocletian divided the empire in AD 285 into the Eastern Roman Empire and the Western Roman Empire. While this temporarily stabilized the situation, it also set the stage for the eventual fall of the western half of the empire. The Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, would survive for another 1,000 years, but the West was not so fortunate. The fall of the Western Roman Empire The fall of the Western Roman Empire was not a single event but rather a gradual process. By the late 4th century, the Western Empire was under severe pressure from barbarian invasions. The sack of Rome by the Visigoths in 410 AD was a symbolic blow to Roman prestige, but it was not the final death knell. The final collapse came in 476 AD when the last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by the Germanic chieftain Odoacer. This event is traditionally seen as the fall of the Western Roman Empire, though many aspects of Roman life continued under the rule of the Germanic kingdoms that succeeded it. Meanwhile, the Eastern Roman Empire, centered in Constantinople, continued to thrive and preserve Roman traditions. The legacy of Rome Though the Roman Empire fell, its legacy lived on in countless ways. The influence of Roman law, governance, military strategy, and culture spread throughout Europe and beyond. Medieval Europe was shaped by the remnants of Roman infrastructure, the Latin language, and Christian religion, which had become the empire's official faith by the 4th century. The very idea of empire itself was passed on to future rulers, from Charlemagne to the Ottoman sultans, all of whom sought to emulate Rome's greatness. The phrase, Roma invicta, Rome unconquered, may no longer apply in a literal sense, but in many ways, the spirit of Rome remains unconquered. Its rise and fall teach us lessons about ambition, power, and the fragility of even the greatest civilizations. Rome's grandeur and its ultimate decline serve as a reminder that no empire, no matter how mighty, is immune to the forces of history. Conclusion. A story of human ambition and decline. The Roman Empire's rise was a testament to the heights that human ambition and organization could achieve. Its fall, on the other hand, was a stark reminder of the fragility of even the mightiest empires. From its origins as a small city-state to its reign as one of the most powerful empires the world has ever known, and finally to its decline and fall, the story of Rome remains an enduring symbol of both human greatness and vulnerability. In understanding the rise and fall of the Roman Empire, we not only glimpse the past but also recognize the timeless truths about power, leadership, and the forces that shape civilizations. The lessons of Rome continue to resonate, reminding us that every empire, no matter how grand, is built on foundations that can either endure or crumble with the passage of time.